Andrew Pawlak here, CEO, co-founder at leadPops.com. I'm here with friend and client Christian Penner. Christian Penner, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, Christian Penner here with America's Mortgage Solutions. I have been in the business for a little over 21 years. So yeah, we've been crushing lately. The market's insane. Interest rates crazy. So, I'd love to chat about how you're helping me.
How long have you been a leadPops client?
I think it's been a couple of years now, but not until really, truly recently have I really dove into fully engaging with a lot of the stuff. Probably like this year, more than before. But it's been great once you kind of put it to work the right way, and that's what we've done. So.
What kind of brought you in, I guess? What did you see, or what compelled you to even sign up or start the free trial? A lot of people, that's their journey, is they'll launch a free trial and it goes from there. I mean, what kind of brought you in, or what attracted you?
Yeah, so I'm part of a coaching group, and some guys in there were kind of using it, and I kind of figured I'd try it out. I've tried some different lead forms and stuff. A lot of them are very complicated and very hard to use, and yours just felt like I went through the testing of it myself, and it just felt very easy and smooth, and just took the customer through a few different questions, and it just flowed very, very well. And you got what you needed out of somebody without really intrusiveness into their life. And all the lead forms that that we use, it's just an easy process, for them to go through, and it's pretty obvious because you kind of took it from the top ones in the industry, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our two biggest clients were Zillow and Bankrate.
right.
So it was like, we built this out for a couple $billion companies. Well, why can't loan officers use the same strategy, and then instead of selling leads, generate your own?
Exactly, and that's what we've done. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so advantages once you've gotten in. It sounds like over the last year, more recently. What are some of the things I think that you're seeing, or some of the benefits that you've realized from it?
Literally we put these everywhere, right? So we have leads coming in now from all kinds of sources, because we're just posting them. I have a couple of VAs of mine that they do blog posts, and they do posts, and just they're laying out these lead forms all over the place. So we have leads coming in organically, as well as we do some paid lead flow on that. And the paid lead flow is actually doing really, really well for us. We're generating a lot of quality leads, especially on Facebook, whereas in the past they've been really dismal and tire kicking. And we've generated probably between the last 2 years, thousands of them. And then this year, I think we have a couple campaigns going where we've generated maybe a little bit over 100, but our conversion rate was off the chart compared to what they were before. Just amazing. The way you position the ads, and they're not spectacular. They're not like anything crazy special, and it's putting together the right targeted audience, and in the right lead form. So
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So a couple of things that I'll ask for you to expand on. So when you're saying put them on everything, we're putting these forms everywhere. For people that don't understand what that means, or they can't really imagine what that is, I think a lot of times people think it's overly technical, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not an internet marketing wizard like these guys."
right,
I mean, we're talking like copy and paste a link
right,
to the form.
literally copy and paste, and you don't even know how to copyright. I mean, you could just talk, about, hey, you need to refinance, or you're thinking about it, and put a link there. I mean, it's as simple as that. Put it on your Facebook profile, put it on your business page, put in some messages that you send to your past clients, send it out in a blast text or something. It's just so simple. It's stupid simple, and like you're saying, the overcomplication of it is everyone's trying to like think about big, how do I do this, instead of just doing it, and we just did it. And we probably post out there maybe a dozen links a day, and it's the same ones over and over and over. That's it. Just you don't know when it's going to pop up to that person, when they're ready for it to pop up to them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's what
absolutely. And people are still leading the charge with apply for a loan, here's my 1003, you know, and they're not really understanding that there's just too much friction at that point. Like, I haven't really
Right.
talked to you yet. I saw you on social media. I watched a video. I kind of trust you. You look like you're legit, but I'm not ready to do a loan app yet. And that's all you're giving me is call you or do a loan application.
Right.
They're missing that like in between area where, hey, they just kind of want to talk to you. We really need to make it easy for them to convert from just an anonymous click or watcher of your video or reader of your email or your content, and get them to come out of the dark and say, hey, here's some basic info. Hope this is enough. Let's just talk to them, right? Let's create a
Right.
relationship. That's what the point of all this is get someone like you, an expert, a great salesperson, a great consultant, an advisor on the phone with these people that need your help. And that's where the magic happens. As soon as we get them to come out of the dark, give you some basic info, you get them on the phone, you create that relationship.
That's it.
That's
So, and that whole what you just said really changed everything. You know, from we don't, and I've always throughout my years, I've never been send someone a link to apply online.
yeah,
You know, because I feel like if you give me just enough basic information, which is on your forms, that's all I need to kind of formulate how this conversation is going to go and what questions to ask. My team, we do verbal loan applications 100% of the time if we can. If somebody's adamant about doing an app online, it's usually, honestly, it's kind of a pain because usually we get it and then we spend more time trying to fill in the blanks and fix it and figure out what they were putting in there. Then if we just talk to them and we can get the story, we get all the skeletons out of the closet on the verbally, right, and
yeah,
figure out the root of what's going on, because there's always a story.
yeah.
And we always find that if we don't talk to them, we don't really get the true story, and we find out later. And how many times do you go through that, you know, and you're like, oh, geez, you know. And so what's so awesome about your system is it gets us just enough information. And what we do too, and again, I don't want to get too technical, and it's really not that difficult for the people, is when we use our Facebook ads, let's say we have it flow into Zapier, right? And then that pushes into, we use a follow, you know, besides my team, we use a team called Verse. And it flows into their platform and it flows into our Jungo account, okay, simultaneously. So it kind of feeds into both of those. They're on the other end communicating with that client, and their goal is to set up an appointment for us. So they have a calendar link. So 9 out of 10 times when they get it, and they're available 24/7. Not that they're communicating with them during the middle of the night, but they're available on weekends and nights when maybe me and my team are not, and they're touching that person, and we're not there to do it. And next thing we know, we've got an appointment. So we come in every single day with 5, 6, 10 appointments already set up from the day before or that evening from the lead flow that we're running that Versa set up for us. So really our goal is to try to get, all this, have them set up the appointments and just do apps all day verbally with the clients, and then, put them through. Because if we can get them on the phone and get an app, especially right now, we're putting them in the process within a couple of days, because everyone's kind of, under the gun of, our interest rates going up. Is there inflation? Is there not? What should we do? And, with this FHFA, half a point fee coming in October 1st, it's been a big rush lately to try to get all these apps in and lock them before that half a point fee hits in. So, we did a lot of that over the weekend too.
Yeah, absolutely. So you mentioned a couple of things, Verse, great partner for us. It's a big area that we find clients need help with. We can get leads to our clients, but there's a little dance you have to do when it's internet leads, right? It doesn't mean the leads suck. It's too many
Right.
people jump to that conclusion. They make a call or two calls and they give up. They don't do the dance you have to do with internet leads. It's not the same as a referral from a real estate agent or a past client. You got to call, you have to make multiple attempts. There's a little bit of a chase that has to happen. And if you don't do it, you're going to miss out on a lot of commission, a lot of money.
Right.
But at the same time, a lot of LOs aren't good at it. They just don't want to do it. And that's understandable too, because there's some work that has to happen there. So Verse has been great just as a 24/7, 365 appointment setting, follow-up service, real people calling, texting,
Right.
leaving voicemails, doing all the dirty work so that
Right.
you're only talking to the people that are serious and pretty much ready to rock. And they've qualified that person based on your criteria.
That's it.
So
I mean, it's that what you just said, that was a game changer for us because, how many times can you follow up with somebody and you get caught up with today's work and you've got yesterday's, the day before, last week's. It doesn't get done unless you built that automation system. A lot of loan officers these days, don't have the energy, the time, the money to set all that up. Versus a good plugin for us, even though we have some of the automation set up on our end too, they were just such a great plugin because, you know, my team doesn't have to be available at nights and weekends all the time for every single call that comes in because they're there, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And automation's great. It's just, there's that empathy factor and the people factor that AI just isn't quite there yet to understand the nuance of, hey, what they're really probably saying there is this. Don't ask that next question. Don't say this. And an automation is just going to trigger and send the next thing. And they're like, you guys don't even listen to me.
Right.
You know,
And listen, they're not perfect, right? So they're not perfect
absolutely.
because we do see sort of conversations sometimes go like that, but we step in because they, you know, what's cool about it is you can see in live time the communication with that lead if you log in and you're logged into your platform or your workspace there. And so, you know, sometimes I have a lady in my office that kind of monitors that a little bit, and sometimes we'll jump in and get involved, you know, at some point in time. But you know what? Overall, some people kind of, you know, they set up the appointment so quick in most cases that it doesn't even get into that.
Yeah.
You know, and you know that's what you want. You want that appointment set when it's convenient for the client, and then we're off to the races. So
yeah, it's inspect what you expect to, right? You got to look at it and review and QA a little bit here and there, but absolutely. So Zapier, awesome way to connect to other tools. You got Jungo set up, you know, a lot of different CRMs and systems clients are using. Zapier is just kind of a great connect and go type platform. So we do a lot of that for clients when they need that kind of help.
you guys have been great with help setting that up. So your team was great, you know, for the people that want to get this service. Don't worry about, you know, just get a Zapier account, but they'll help connect all that stuff for you. You know, your tech group is great, and they even helped me with some. They're actually helping me with some stuff today, you know, and we're running some different campaigns and testing some things out. So they've been great.
Appreciate that. Yeah. The partnership approach is big for us. You know, it's a great tech platform, but if you don't know how to piece it together, if you don't know how to use it, you know, it doesn't do much for you. This is definitely not the silver bullet. You sign up and magic happens. Like even with you, you know, you shared that, hey, it took me a little bit of time, but I started actually implementing it. I started putting the links on my posts, and now it sounds like it's like second nature, like, right? Putting content out there without the call to action and without the direction to drive someone into that lead form. Again, it's just a copy and paste, is such a missing piece for people. They're just posting and praying, you know, posting and praying is what they're doing.
So with no call to action on it, you know. And another thing too, which is fantastic about your service is, you know, the people that work with financial planners, CPAs, you know, other industries, even realtors, you can set up funnels for them and set up a lead flow for them into you simultaneously, which is pretty cool too. So you can use it as a way to get more engaged with your referral partners, which is kind of neat too.
Absolutely. So, okay. So a couple of things there. Leveraging the leads, making introductions to real estate agents when you generate the lead first, when you get to the consumer before the realtor does. Are you using it in that way?
I am. We have a couple different ways we're using that, and we're selecting some agents that we want to work with or that referring stuff to us that we get back to. So it just kind of depends. We're actually we're funding it all, but we're running those specific campaigns. So we're handling the lead entirely and then feeding it off. You know, some people like to handle it to where it's feeding both at the same time. We like to get the person, you know, in our system, approved, ready to go, and kind of hand it over on a silver platter to the agent, you know, so it's ready to go. We don't need them to follow up and do all the stuff because we have the systems. And, you know, to be honest, most agents right now are teaming up with us because our systems work so well that they're plugging into us, you know, with the HomeBot platform we didn't talk about, that works great with you guys too, you know. So there's a lot of good integration just to come from the way your leads, your funnels come in. It can feed into a lot of different systems that actually really convert well for us.
Okay, great. Yeah, we're big fans of HomeBot too. So that's cool to see you're using all these pieces that are on our favorites list, you know?
Right.
So yeah, these are all, you know, they all work together. We bring the lead in, but we got to convert that lead into a sale. Otherwise, what good's a lead, right? Then we got a lead, and now we have something in our database that's worth lifetime value, recurring business. HomeBot does an amazing job of that.
Brings so much value to the client. And what I do with my agents is when I set them up as a partner, I have them experience it themselves. I sign them up as a homeowner and a buyer and say, listen, you check it out. You tell me what you think.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times they're like, this is fantastic. How do I sign up and get involved?
Yeah.
Because it just adds, it's the most valuable platform I've ever seen. I've been doing marketing, for over 20 years, and I understand that's such a core piece of what we do. First, we're marketers, and second, we're advisors, right? So, so that's the first piece of how do we get that lead? And I've been trying to do stuff for so long, and between your system and their system, it's two of the most amazing platforms I've ever worked with. So they're really helping us take our business to the next level.
Awesome stuff. So you shared a little bit on numbers, like metrics overall. I know it's hard to give an exact figure, but leads generated, the big number everyone cares about. Has it made you any money? And if so, I mean, is there an estimate, or like how much in commission has this done for you in the last maybe 12 months or 6 months?
Yeah. So like when we first launched it, I'll just go back to that because there are a lot of them in the pipeline that haven't closed yet, and some that are closing in the next couple of days as well. But when we first launched it, and everyone says, okay, how long does it take, right? So when I first launched it, it took probably about 2 weeks before we started really getting the leads, because Facebook has like a learning phase and they're trying to learn the audience and stuff. And then right off the bat, we started getting some pretty good quality leads, and they weren't, a lot of times, I did Facebook buyer leads and I was like, oh God, these tire kickers, I didn't really take them seriously. It kind of, played around with them. But these coming in, I'm looking at them going, wow, people are like in the 5% range, and, $300,000-$400,000 loans, good values, good credit. I'm like, okay, I thought to myself immediately, maybe this is the fake one, like to start off with, right? I said, these are like too good. I call them, we take an app, we put them in the system. We're in process in a couple of days. I'm like, wow, this is like the first 2 or 3, that we started getting in, and they started kind of coming in. It's never too late to get started. Like I said, the only waiting time Facebook has is just like a learning phase, to figure out your audience. But then after that, game on, So that's just one of the ads that we're running. I do stuff on Google, and I do some Google ad campaigns. I'll tell you what, the difference between Google and Facebook is Facebook people don't want to talk to you. They want to fill out forms. Google, they want to call you, right? They don't want to fill out a form. They want to call you and talk to you, which is fine. So we realize that is the difference in dynamics. We still put your forms out there, but most of the time, because we track them and where they're coming from, most all of them are coming from the Facebook, and the social media forums, and would it be like Google and stuff. Most of those are coming in via phone calls.
Yep.
So yeah.
So yeah, you're paying a lot of attention to this stuff, which is critical. That way where to spend your money, where to maybe cut back, what to go all in. Really, really good to see you're tracking this stuff, and those numbers are great. I mean, $3,000 ad spend, $200,000 in return. That's pretty solid. Awesome. Congrats on that. Just random kind of side question, but have you done anything with your thank you pages on the forums? Have you gone to that level where you're kind of optimizing that thank you page experience, or are they pretty much like the out of the box what you're set up with?
Honestly, I have them redirected back to my webpage most of the time. So I haven't really done too much with it, but maybe we should talk about what I could do with it, and add some value that way too.
Oh, it's such a great area to optimize that a lot of people just don't think about it. It just kind of it's out of mind. They don't see it often because it's at the end of the lead funnel.
Right.
But because of that, think about how critical of an opportunity that is. They just went through 20 questions, answered everything, gave you their name, email, phone number. Then at the end, we give them a, hey, thanks, someone's going to call you, and direct them to some homepage somewhere else, right? It's kind of like, it's a little bit of a letdown, right? And it has to be that way out of the box, because I can't make promises for any given client that signs up. It has to be general enough to where most people that'll sign up, start using it, there's something at the end of it that just says, hey, thanks, we've got your information. What a lot of our clients are trying to do is they'll do like a bomb video, Wistia, something like that, where you can embed that on the thank you page. And you can actually let the client know, hey, here's what's next, right? You set expectations. You can start to let them know, be on the lookout for a text from my assistant, Alex. She's going to be following up with you real soon. In fact, you might see a text come through while you're watching this video. If you do, make sure you answer. That's Alex. You can have some fun with it. And, they're watching that video, their phone beeps. All of a sudden, what you just said just happened. You've kind of delivered on that first promise. You've introduced yourself. You've made a name and a face happen. So now there's that connection, right? You can even say, hey, there's a calendar link below. If you want to jump to the head of the line, rates are hot. If you want to move quick, you can schedule a time with me directly below. There's a link to your Calendly right below the video. You know, if you can say, hey, and if you really want to jumpstart the process, maybe there's a loan application, but you know, you had mentioned you're not liking to do a lot of those online. So maybe that's not for you, but some clients will link to a loan app. They'll include some reviews, different things you can do there just to kind of keep them on that page for as long as possible. Buy yourself some time. Some clients are even saying things like, hey, and just as an advisor, I want to recommend be on the lookout for big sites that you'll run into, like LendingTree, Zillow. A lot of these big portal sites you're going to find all over the web. They sell your information. That's not us. We're actually a mortgage. Like, you can kind of start to plant some of those seeds without bashing them.
Right.
Now they're thinking like, ooh, I thank you for telling me that. Now they're going to be a little bit maybe more cautious before they jump to some other site and give up their information. So you can have some fun with it. You can be tactful with it, and just an idea as to kind of what to do to make sure now we're giving ourselves the best shot possible to convert that lead into a conversation, right? That's what we're trying to turn this into, is let's make sure they respond to the text, they follow up. We're seeing a lot of success by just taking that extra step in the results clients have seen from the moment they optimize that thank you page. You know, if you need some help from our team, you can do that. If you just shoot a quick minute bomb video and shoot us the link, we'll embed it on there for you. You can do it yourself. It's easy. But if you just want to say, hey, here's something I want to put on these thank you pages, just let us know. We'll do it for you. It's super easy.
I'm going to do it as soon as we're done with this.
It's one of those things that you can say, that's a difference maker. It takes maybe 5 minutes to spend the time to do it, but it makes a difference in the communication back, the callbacks, the text backs, the follow-up from those leads once those come in. So that's been an easy, small change you can make that should immediately show you a positive increase.
Perfect. That's awesome. I learned something right here too. So
cool. And then just advice as a company, anything you would like to see?
No, I mean, listen, I mean, you guys have been great from, customer support, tech support. I mean, you're available, in a lot of companies, in the past, you don't even know where to go, for a tech support. You're kind of lost in the shuffle. Here, your guys are on it. Like, we call, they answer the phone, send a ticket, they respond, almost immediately in most cases. If there's something they can do very quickly, they do it, or they'll call you and, and communicate with you. So that's a game changer for you guys, is I think just the response from your people and the availability you have, because we're busy, and if I call and I can't get a hold of somebody, I'm already moved on to something else and I forgot about this, and now I don't go back to it because I think of it as a oh God, I got to do that, and I don't even know where to begin. So by being available, you keep us engaged, with your product and doing what we need to do. So that's been very helpful for us.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. Christian Penner, this has been really cool. I appreciate you sharing your story, sharing some of your success with us. Again, real quick, signing off, Andrew Pawlak, co-founder, CEO at leadPops. Thanks for watching our Client Spotlight with Christian Penner. Christian Penner,
America's Mortgage Solutions. Listen, if you guys want to, call me about my experience outside of this, be more than happy to chat with you. You can always reach me at 561-373-0987. Thanks, guys.